Okay, checking my. So for this video, I said I'd make a video. Sort of don't get why I said that, but hey, I did say it, so I think I will just personally talk about my personal opinions on Melty Blood right now after what happened today. Okay, so for those of you who didn't know, there was an exhibition today. It was me versus Ryder, and because like first did I exit? I'm not going to pay much attention to the B-roll footage. Okay, so because I had not played Multi Blood for like 3 days, because in Zenless Zone Zero, I've been learning how to play a team called Metal Ice. It is the hardest team in the game, but it's also the strongest. So I was like, oh, okay, that sounds pretty fun. And I really like combat in Zenless Zero, and I've been obsessing over getting my scores higher in that. But it's like really, really fun to just try to optimize my account and just play it better. Like you can obviously tell in what I'm doing in Zenless Zone Zero that I like playing like bullshit execution. So I've been doing that recently in Zenless, and it took me like five. I was not five, 3 hours yesterday, or I was just playing Zenless, trying to get better at Mono Ice. I never really got the hang of it, but I'm gonna give it another fair shake, either like tomorrow or the day after. Not tomorrow because I have locals tomorrow. The day after for sure. Anyway, besides that, decided I would sign up for a exhibition versus riders today, and in order to play, before I played it, I just posted my IP, and then Skeleton joined it, and like after game one or game, I can't exactly remember the game, I realized that I had not recorded it because I record all my sets versus people who beat me often, so I can like, look at it in here. And as I go in the chat to as I pull up Discord, the second monitor, and as I read it, I see that she typed something like haha, Kohaku JB is so bad, right? Or something like, oh, Kohaku JB losing? I would never expect it. Something similar. And apparently it was supposed to be a joke, but like the thing is, I ever since I made that Kohaku JB video, like enough people have been being head asses about Kohaku JB. Sort of just assumed that it was supposed to be jab at me personally, like it was supposed to be like insult or cert, and that like really pissed me off after that because I was like, man, I didn't even fucking say anything after that. Like if you did it like after it, and I complained about Kohaku, like sure, whatever, you can complain, you can make fun of me after you beat me in a set because I said like oh, Kohaku, but like in the middle of the set, and it was just like a normal like JB getting counter hit by like a super active button. It kind of just felt like it was BM. But like I talked about it to someone, hey, I was like, is this BM or just being ass? And they're like, you're probably just being a bad mood. I don't really BM, so probably just me. Right? But like that kind of put me in like a bad mood. I didn't. The thing is, like Skeleton, she's been beating me on like random fucking mid tiers for like better half of like 4 years. I've been playing like one character already of 4 years. I play that one character a lot, so it kind of feels really, really annoying. I guess it hurts my ego a lot that even after all these years, like versus someone who's probably just started playing a character for, I don't know, 2 3 months tops. My character that I've been playing for 4 years because I'm bad enough and neutral just gets smoked. Like there were a lot of mistakes in this set. I'm not gonna upload it because I actually had a lot of recording mistakes in that set. Like I was like, what was the issue with the set? I accidentally paused the set in the middle of the set, and I never unpaused it, so I don't even have the entirety of the set recorded. So I put it. Also, I was using copyrighted music while listening, and I forgot to turn that shit off. But, so like, I'm never gonna upload that set. It ultimately doesn't matter, but I was like really, really pissed that about the JB comment. I kind of like was like mad. So I was like, okay, I'm going to draw and I'm going to do something else like practice combos before the exhibition so that I can at least put on a decent show for the exhibition. I wanted to make it like close, like 10-9, 9-10, because me and Ryder are usually relatively even. Like I'm like normally like I'm slightly favored to win, but like versus Ryder, he's like pretty good. So like I wanted to make it good. And I lost like 10-6. Now, while that's not bad, like JG's stupid rules states that any set that's a first to 10, as long as you win 5 games, you're not like that bad. It's only after if you don't win 3, you're dog shit. If you win 3, you won 0 because that's just multiple randomness. If you win 5 or 6, you're like okay. Like that's the JG's stupid rule, and I know it's like a dumb way to look at when. That's just how I've been looking at set wins for like the entirety of like ever since he said it in the chat when I won 3 games versus him, and he was like, "Yeah, you didn't win any games at all versus me." Actually, it was funny, so I just kept on. That's how I just look at my set wins. So like I didn't play like awful or anything. I was just not really happy with my play, both in the set versus skeleton, in the set versus. And I was just thinking about that while I was doing a little bit of drawing, and I decided to make this video to catalog my thoughts about that, I guess. I mean, I said I'd make a video today, or I think I said I'd make it yesterday, but then I played Z all day, so I might as well make one today, and this one's just going to be... I was originally going to make a video called Why H-Kkohaku JB Not Dog Shit, or something, where I just, like, I was getting mad at people, like, missing the point of that video and saying that I said Kkohaku JB is bad or whatever. So I was going to explain why people think it's good and the parts where it's actually good and why I find success in you. I just don't really feel like making. So I'm just going to talk first, like just be real for a second, I guess. Also, like thank you guys for watching my 5A yapping video a lot. Like I know I'm like 7 minutes deep into this take, but it got like 150 views in like a day, which I was not expecting. But I thought that video was kind of garbage when I uploaded it. Like, oh well, luckily nobody fucking watches these, so it's fine. But then a lot of people watched it, and Ryder, after he whooped my ass in the fucking exhibition, he was like, "Oh, I watched your videos and I really liked them." Oh, thank you. I didn't think they were good. I kind of like. I've kind of been busy lately between all of my hobbies, and like I'm still really bad at everything that I want to be good at. Like I'm still like not all that great at H-Kkohaku. My drawing skills have barely improved because I barely draw. Like I keep saying I'll draw and then I don't draw. Like I forced myself to draw a little bit today before the exhibition. I was actually kind of like I thought my drawing was bad, but I was just happy that I drew it all. But I do understand that I'm probably like long ass drills or something, and like actually, and I'm so bad at like getting to. Again, I don't play Melty but enough. I have like a play every day. I've been better at neutral than me for years, but I don't know. It's kind of disappointing that like I've been playing this shit for 4 years and I'm still bad at neutral. I say that with the knowledge that I'm not actually that neutral, because versus a large majority of the player base, I've been hard enough. I can ignore my character's weaknesses, but versus the people who are around my skill level or love it, it is increasingly annoying. Characters completely dumb. Then I'm not up to snuff in neutral, so the games are like really unfun. Because like there's so much you could take before you get tired of losing neutral in the same like 6 ways, and you're not really able to. I don't know how to enforce a better situation, and the only times I ever win is if I get like an Oki round and I just like guess right. I just don't drop. Like I guess right, I don't drop, and I just run my bullshit. And that's not like sort of satisfying. I would like to win a neutral, please. Like all the other people are like beating me in neutral. I would like to not dog shit in neutral. But like I understand like part of it is my character, but like you see good players pick up like bad characters, able to make that like yeah, my character's neutral is likely worse than my fucking range. Can't be that much. But it kind of makes me mad that after all this time, I still haven't figured out a way to properly string together all I know about my character. Because like I'm like not. I guess I mean yeah. I guess to brag, I am the most knowledgeable person about H-Kkohaku there is right now. And when it comes to like block strings and shit and like raw numbers and all that sort of theory stuff, I'm probably like by far and away the best. But it feels like my neutral is like still so bad versus like some of it is like execution stuff, but like it feels like I'm like interacting with neutral and how I go about it wrong versus some people. I still don't like that feeling, especially considering I've been playing so long. And like, it feels like this would be something that would be relatively easy to fix if they're like, you know, other people seriously playing this character on my level, or playing it versus the same people I've been playing the character against. Like, if people were willing to play H-Kkohaku for like a day, and they were at least able to like, if I was able to like see how they approached H-Kkohaku neutral versus some skeleton, like if Alps played neutral of H-Kkohaku versus skeleton, I'd probably be able to learn a lot compared to just fucking running my head against the wall trying to figure out how do I not lose to someone spacing out air buttons 5 meters away from me, like JB would lose horizontally. I can't, but they're not stupid enough to try to challenge my JB vertically without already preempting their button to hit JB. And how do I pin that if they were going like? I know I kind of sound like I'm fucking weird now, but like versus skeleton out versus Alps Nania, I've been getting smoked by fucking space JDs for like better half of like 2 months, and it's like really annoying because like how am I supposed to deal with Nania pressing JC from fucking a mile away and just running me fucking down, because I can't keep him out with my current tactics, so I obviously need new tactics. But like, what tactics, what buttons, like how do I anti-air Nania, because like JB's not working because that just gets counterpoked by a 6-frame active AC. 5B is not working because that just gets smoked by disjoint. I have to press 60. Oh, I want to try 60. Uh-oh, he swapped to his random mid tier that he's gonna got bored of wiping my 5 games first attempt. Anytime I play these people, they beat me 5 and then they swap to a different. Oh, I guess I gotta practice my versus this random. They are so bored of wiping the floor with my fucking dead body. Hey, their character into me. And like, how am I supposed to fight? There's like no one willing to like test it for more than 5 games. I'm assuming this is an encoder issue. No, I don't understand what the B-roll footage is. I guess my internet would have that. Yeah. So like, yeah, nobody wants to test things versus me. Good. And like, if I ask them for advice, it will be like the most esoteric nonsense advice that's ever been given. Like, sometimes they'll put out like obvious shit that I'm not, that like I could like tell that I'm doing wrong. Like, oh, you shouldn't be scrambling here versus that. I'm like, okay, yeah, I kind of figured that much already. When I would watch the footage back, but like, no one has any advice to give in neutral because, like, let's be real, there's no more fucking Kohakus in. And even if there was Kohakus in NA, most of the people playing a Kohaku would be playing Spike Ball, who doesn't run into this issue because he has, again, Spike Ball. Then there would be C-Kohakus and C-Kohaku Mech and C-Maids who don't run into this issue because they have the broken JC, even the ones that are the nerfed version of the broken JC. And then there's F-Maids who doesn't run into this issue because Hisui Elite is the one they play in neutral because that one has a better button to track of matchups. Like, they play H-Kkohaku Elite. They use assists in order to get like runners bad for a lot of situations. So it's like I tried to imply neutral knowledge from other matchups, from the other Kohakus to H-Kkohaku, but it never seems to actually, like, in practice when I try to apply on neutral spacings and stuff. So I'm sort of just like figuring stuff out and fly and try. But like, I guess we're like 15 minutes of this. Probably get like start rapping. Like, my big issue in neutral right now is that I just can't like fucking set the pace of a match at all. Don't know how I'm supposed to do that on my I know someone's gonna be like, oh, he's complaining about his character. Like, again, I acknowledge that this is like my fault, right? Because people have done more with worse characters that have worse neutral than my character, obviously. But like, I don't like, if you ever like see me play neutral versus someone who's about as good as me or slightly better than me, You gotta notice that I'm like on the back foot and neutral like all of the time. I barely ever get to like enforce my will or enforce my buttons in neutral in a way that actually I'm normally just like reacting to stuff and like whiff punish because my character is like really bad at pressing buttons. Like I don't I don't actually know the term for like just pressing buttons in order to clean space. But like she's just bad at doing that. Like you can see like I'm very careful of when I press my button because I'm under the assumption that if I whiff anything it will just explode, and because that's not really much of an assumption, it's just a fact. But it's this. But like I very clearly have to be pressing buttons sometimes, or I'm going to give up free space that people like Skeleton, Albs, Zay, and Skeleton, Albs, Zay, Jog, Toast. They're all just gonna fucking run me down and kill me. So I need to like find a balance, and it's really hard to find a balance that doesn't just lose to really easy to do bullshit. Like. Man, this unblockable setup is fucking old and it's so bad as well, but I guess it worked. Like, I've been trying to experiment with new things, but like, I kind of run into the issue, like, versus some players, like players who are like much worse than me. I've tried new thing, and the information I get about new thing is so useless that I can't actually understand how it's going to work like a high level map. Like, for example, I've been messing around with like 2C bomb early so that people think that the bomb is going to be, and like versus people who are like much worse than me, they were getting like command thrown really recently. So I tried to apply that into my set versus Skeleton and Rider, but like one of the things that's annoying as an H-Kkohaku, not as an H-Kkohaku, just me in general, is that again, I'm typically on the back foot in like all of my sets, so I'm normally the one on defense or the one losing neutral. So the amount of times I get to like play like offense is a lot less than you think I'd be able to play offense or play Oki. But when I do try it, normally they're like, because they're better at the game, they present new options that I have like I don't have anything planned for what they're doing. Like in my set versus Skeleton, I would do like the early bomb Oki, but like I didn't know if she actually knew that the bomb was early or not, because again, I don't have enough data in order to know if that's something she actually fucking knows or not. So she was just fuzzy jumping it all the time. But like when I did it meaty, she would just blocks and then fuzzy mash afterwards. So I like, of course I need to like simply build out the situation versus top tier players, figure out when they would mash and when they would respect it and when I can go for throw. But again, we run into that issue of like, well, I spend most of my sets losing neutral and losing on block string offense because my character, and like because both of my character has a weakness there, and because I personally have a weakness. So it's like, it's kind of demoralizing to try to test stuff out when I spend so much of the game losing, and when I'm not losing, I try to test stuff out and I lose immediately afterwards and I go back to losing. It's like, it's really annoying, and it makes me really, I mean, it doesn't help that some people are like head asses about it, like after it, like when I say H-Kkohaku button is bad or mid, some people try to be like, oh well, the button's actually okay really because blah 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 blah, and like they've never played Kohaku or some shit, and it's like it tilts me, because like I very rarely talk about other characters' buttons because of stuff like that, because like normally when I talk about other characters' buttons, I talk about them in relation to my character, because again, I know how other characters' buttons relate to my character. But I'm not going to pretend I'm sit here I'm perfect or I've never said something wrong about a button. Man, some people just really love to believe that they're correct about buttons or characters. Anyway, we are hitting 20 minutes of me saying nothing of interest or of importance. So I don't think I'm just going to TLDR this weird rant. I don't know if I said it in this take, because this is actually the second take of this video, because in the first one my mic went out for like 3 times in a row and I didn't notice it. I just scrap it. But thank you for those of you who actually like watch videos, because I'm always like super self-conscious about them. I always kind of think they're bad, but I get like DM'd and told a lot that these videos are helpful and people like them, even though I kind of feel like I'm underperforming or under whatever. I always feel like I'm not doing enough, both on my character in the game and both on regards to content and wiki stuff. So the fact that people like the stuff that I put out, even if it's dog shit, it means a lot more than I let on. Like I played, like I don't know if I said this again because um I might be repeating myself, but like I played well after Ryder like mogged me in the tournament. He was like, oh, I really like your yapping videos. And I was like, oh, damn. The one I made yesterday, like the one I made either yesterday or 2 days ago, I thought was like really, really, really bad. And then people really, really liked it, and I was like, oh, okay, that's nice. Like I would like eventually, like this video kind of so stupid because like what am I even gonna like? This is just me putting out my thoughts to like feel slightly better about them and just to discuss how I feel. Like I don't really expect like an answer to this or anything. Like the last few times I made a video like this, I was like super angry and I wanted to answer, but like I mean at this point I kind of recognize that it's all personal, right? Like I picked the character with the bad neutral, so how do I play neutral in a way that I can gaslight my opponent to thinking the neutral? Like I'm missing something. Like I guess like in a perfect world, Alps or Skeleton would like eat their own words and pick H-Kkohaku up for like 2-3 months and like play neutral into like other good players and feel my pain, and then I'd be able to steal stuff from how they play the character. But like that's not going to happen. Like first off, those niggas can't do a combo to save their fucking lives, so they're not playing this character at all. And even if they did, they would like play her in a way that doesn't that where I guess it would be even more useful if they did play her, because then like they'd take more hits to finish off their food, and they'd have to run corner pressure different too. So maybe it would be interesting, but like yeah, they're fucking never playing a character that doesn't let them fucking bullshit their way in neutral and win. So I'm like I'm never getting someone like way better at me to play this character in neutral like ever, because like okay and Garvod, those two were like really really good, but like the footage of people back then, they were like really really bad. So it's like it's not as helpful as I wish it would. Trying to I'm trying to improve my own neutral. And like I've talked to OK about neutral, but he is very much in Strive Land, and his neutral is like all PS2 advice that I can't use because we're not on PS2, obviously. So yeah, I kind of just wish like the answer, of course, is to just like lab out neutral situations more heavily, but it's kind of annoying that like I spend so much of my time like losing neutral, losing defense, and then when I win offense, I'm normally like I guess wrong and I get counter hit, and it's back to doing the first two. Like I think I've said that thread of words like 3 times at this point, so I don't know, man. Like these are just my feelings at the end of the day, and they're not really all that important, I guess, but I did want to talk about them because I was feeling like really down. And I felt like the best way to like feel a little better would just put this video out. I'll just listen to it tomorrow. You know, maybe tomorrow I feel like this video was stupid. Maybe I'll delete it. But for now, I'm just gonna, just gonna talk about my thoughts and explain how I'm thinking. Like, yeah, I think that's good enough. So again, thank you for the people who watch videos from me. And maybe tomorrow, not tomorrow. Tomorrow I have locals. Maybe the day after that, or maybe on Thursday. Maybe by Thursday. I'm not going to pledge myself to anything. Yes, maybe by Thursday I'll make a video on the good stuff about Kkohaku GP, so I can help other Kkohaku players or people that decide to pick up Kkohaku, how to use that button properly. And maybe I'll do a video where I watch my games versus on the old TNS before the new one happens, I believe, next week. I kind of got to get out of this funk, or at least play good enough that the funk's not obvious before play that and feel like I did, like, I that would be like horrible because I did that for the first TNS, but like the first TNS, I literally did not play the game for like a whole like month before, not a whole month, for a whole 2 weeks before hopping back on and getting fifth. And I was like, well, I have barely even played, so the fact that I got this good at all is like, I'll take it. But it's not gonna be like that for this. So if I do like really poorly, if I like play neutral in a way that I'm not happy with, I feel like I'll just crash out. So well, not crash out. I'll probably just get mad and just not beat talk at all in Discord for a while. So again, I've tried to end this video like 4 times already, but I just love hearing myself talk as it's so clearly obvious. So ideally by Thursday, I make a video about Kohaku JB, the strong parts about Kohaku JB, and maybe before Saturday, I make a video about TNS, first TNS Melty one. But that's it for today. TLDR, need to improve my ability to play tempo in neutral, and how I need to figure out how to press buttons in neutral without like overextending. Because it feels like anytime I press a button, it doesn't feel like very clearly I'm doing. That's it.